Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, and I'm doing a general collective reading for you. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I hope you've had a beautiful day. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? I love you. Thank you for being here. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with them? Obstacles and challenges. No more. It's in reverse. 5, divorce or separation. Somebody broke the law. Crooked judge, leader, or spiritual leader. Loss of a platform. Broken contracts or loss of faith. Having no faith. Not believing in tradition or traditional values or relationships. Some sort of corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority, and or false counsel. Somebody's... They think they still have an opportunity with you, or you know your value and your worth, or people see your value and worth. This can't be ignored. 4 in reverse. Somebody was ungrateful. They took advantage of you or the situation or others. Place it where it belongs. They're very ungrateful and disrespectful. Yeah, you suffered in silence. Or maybe now they are now suffering in silence. There's an investigation. You went within. You did some soul searching, or somebody else is doing some soul searching now. You could be alone, but you're listening to your higher wisdom. You do have a direct connection with Source. Shining a light on something here, watching and waiting. This discovery, maybe you discovered yourself where you should be, where you belong, or somebody's finding something out. They're discovering. There's an investigation. Somebody's going to be arrested. Somebody could be a crowd, a group of people involved, but only one will be arrested or has been arrested so far. I don't know. They can't hold, whoever this is trying to slow you down. You let this go. You surrendered it to God. You overcame. You saw through the illusions. There's no illumination here, okay? But you were able to see things from a different perspective. They can't slow you down. It was a waste of time. So now they're suffering in silence. There's investigation. Somebody's going to be arrested. If they try to sacrifice you, they can't do it, okay? Conflict and defeat in reverse yet again. Could be a warlock as well. It could be some sort of corruption. It's all falling apart on them. Giving out false counsel. There's a collaboration, a third party, or some sort of contract here. They were trying to give off the impression that they're... I don't know. They're a master at something. They're here to help. Or, I don't know, they were creating something off of your energy, your creations, your intellectual property, your credit. Building off of you, planning to build off of you. Place it where it belongs. Now they want your help. Yeah, I'm just speaking some truths or somebody else's. About, you could be spiritually high ranking. About a platform. They could have a platform promoting, oh, we're going to help you, help others, blah, blah, blah. And they're not. There's a self-serving. Yeah, they're scared now. Emotional withdrawal. They can't withdraw from something. They're very scared. They lost control of the situation. They're getting humbled. Finances and material changes. Wow, they're losing. They could be losing a platform. They could be losing a marriage, a commitment. This is a warlock. Corruption, abuse. Yeah, patient. You were very patient. You knew. You knew. You're still moving forward, overcoming. Something to do with a car. They can't trap you in fear. You're still moving forward. They can't control you. Out of control. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. You know that. Yeah, they're not of the light here. They're in their south node. They have no spiritual protection. If they were playing around with spirituality, they have no protection, okay? They're not ordained, I just heard. They have no faith. People are losing faith in them and parting ways with them, okay? They don't see eye to eye. They're not getting along with whomever they're working with. There's no emotions here. The cups are in reverse. Lack of trust. They're on their own because somebody was very deceptive and envious of you. Okay, yep. And he kept doing something over and over and over again online. This is an unfinished business. They didn't want to learn a lesson. This is universal clapback, okay? A good kick in the pants for them. Yep, this is a doppelganger trying to be you. This is very chaotic and karmic energy. You're stable and secure. You've got a good root chakra there. Material and spiritual prosperity is coming towards you, okay, to bring back balance. They are hiding and cloaking something in your energy, possibly. They don't want to be alone. They can't do it on their own. That's why they steal and they lie and they pretend they're somebody they're not. Doppelganger, okay? They expected you to do all the sacrificing and they reap all the rewards. That could be for you if they're coming up after you, or this group. Maybe you're part of this group. I don't know. And they wanted you to come up after somebody to stop them from being who they are so they can be them. If you know what I'm saying. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Obstacles and challenges, 5 in reverse. They were trying to block your way and they can't. They block themselves trying to block you. Yeah, they're to somebody that doesn't have any boundaries, or you did place boundaries. This person has no boundaries. Disrespectful, enough is enough, and defend yourself. This is happening today. They want you to lift your boundaries up? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Good vibes now in the moment. You know your value and your worth. Yeah, goodbye. This person's all into cheap thrills here. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. And they claim this was you. There's a distance between you, emotional or physical or both. Divorce, ghost, and separation. They wanted people to ghost you off of bad, false stories or something like that. Consequences here, bad choices, games, mixed signals. Somebody's really salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Somebody was trying to attract a divine masculine energy or giving off the impression as if they are one. You suffered in silence. Unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams, or they wanted you to suffer in silence, but you took a different approach. They're suffering in silence. This is wishful thinking. Second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. They're facing legalities. They want a second chance to get it right because all they wanted was a party. Striptease, gamble, Vegas. Look at me. I'm the big boss mommy or daddy. Look at me. That's how they establish themselves. That's stealing from other people. There we go. Trying to be other people. Settled, secure, and wealthy. Now they're paranoid because it's all falling apart. Cautious, insecure, and guarded. Yep, a lot of tensions. They're losing money. Stressed out, migraines, and worried. They're exhausted. Could be living out of a suitcase. Burnt out, burdened, and empty. Now they can't do anything towards you because Archangel Michael's protecting you and tearing them down. I just heard protection. Prevented from harm, divine intervention. This person or these people were wearing masks or trying to hide you and cloak you in their energy and vice versa. Hiding, concealing, and deception. Yeah. You're a healer, okay? You recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. That's what you did. Somebody's getting some time. Delay, procrastination, too busy. You're dealing with a narcissist or a few of them. Egotistical, opportunists, and fragile. They step all over people. They don't care who they hurt. Now they're drowning, okay? Over their heads, overextended rock bottom, running, escape, denial, and excuses. They could run all they want. They can't. They're not going to outrun karma. I'm sorry. Or your spirit team. Or the angels know where they are at all times. You can keep running. No point in it. There's no point whatsoever. Obstacles, challenges, 5 in reverse, boundaries. I'm really picking up, you put up your boundaries, but this is the people they were working with. This is happening today because they're all getting hit hard by karma or backfires. Now they're putting up their boundaries. Enough is enough. They're defending themselves against this person that got them down to go down this bad road. They should have used their higher critical thinking skills. You know what I'm saying? Stop listening to fucking bullshit stories. Don't go jumping on crusades. You know what I mean? Oh, you can make some money off of this. You want to get some money? You want to make some money? Sure. You just do this for me, will you? Stop doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to help. So whatever you're losing is done for a reason. Whatever, if they're listening, whatever they're set to lose is because of what they did to you. They're guilty as fuck. I just heard that. Obstacles and challenges, 5 in reverse, and boundaries. Guidance. You're a guide. Faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. You guide people. They were guided. They were counseled to stay in their own lane and they didn't want to go heal themselves. Instead, they wanted to be in the spotlight. They always need an audience, right? They're self-absorbed. This is happening today. Give me a break. They want the stage, right? Meanwhile, they want you stuck in a cage. Dance, monkey, dance. Make some money for me. I don't think so. Yeah, deuces, everybody's out. They're realizing everybody is out. Fed up, cutting ties, and walking away. Egg on their face, right? Ashamed, backfired, got caught. Told you. Business. This is unfinished business. And it's going to get ramp up. It's just going to get worse. Proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation. These people had their secrets, right? Sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. Can see the forest through the trees, right? Because they were so greedy. Very childish what they were doing. Immature, argumentative, playing the victim. Yeah. Always playing the victim. But they're the victimizers. Unbelievable. This is somebody that uses emotional manipulation to get what they want. the tears. Look what people are doing to me. Look at me. How am I going to pay my bills? Pop up. Surprise visit, reaching out in person. Okay, somebody wants to get you into bed, or I don't know, they might show up at your door, or this, if they're working with this group, Cult Coven Secret Society, they're popping up on them, asking them for freebies. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of pleasure for some dollars here. I don't know. Okay, self-pleasure, sexual thoughts, intense feelings. Yeah, making it rain. Okay, manifesting abundance, and that's exactly what you're doing. Congratulations. Legal matters in your favor. Unexpected money, promotion, and entrepreneur. So you're making, whatever they took from you, you're going to get back, and then some, I just heard. You're going to be compensated for your losses, for the pain in the ass, for everything they put you through. Okay, all of the, wow. Unknown callers, that could be them stalking, hanging up unknown numbers. Okay. You might be trying to do spell work. Yeah, there's been no contact. You're not picking up. Blocked, silent treatment, cut off all communication. You're sick and tired of them. Or this is the crowd. This is the group they're working with. They're sick and tired of them. Okay, cycles over, decision made. Somebody has, in fact, they have a crush on you. This is unbelievable. This came out last time too. Denial, obsession, attraction. They're unemployed, broke, fired, living beyond their means. They're in avoidance. They're not handling their responsibilities maturely, in the right fashion. But yet, if you're a guide of any kind of healer, they're trying to be you, guiding and healing other people, telling them what to do, and they can't even fucking clean up their own fucking backyard. Make it make sense. And hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. They were doing spiritual attacks. So that's what it is. So the group that they were working with, doing spiritual attacks against you and possibly others, to steal your money, to steal your inheritance, spiritual or otherwise, your gifts, to block you, to dominate in whatever field of work you work in. They're doing spiritual attacks on you, and they know they hit upon the wrong one, and they're getting karma. It's divine intervention, and they're facing their demons here. Okay, they have to. And everybody's going to find out just how much of a double life they were living. Just how low they were going. You don't put that crap out there, you get it back. And now they're all trying to run away from this, trying to get some sort of protection. It wouldn't surprise me if some of these people reach out to you asking you for help. Archangel Michael's on it. Challenges, obstacles and challenges, 5 in reverse. This could be a warlock as well. Boundaries and guidance. Where are you going with this? They were told to stay in their lane. They could have had a car accident. I just heard that. You're very innocent. Are they going to claim they're innocent? They have this gaslight. Somebody's just trying to gaslight you. I'm innocent. I didn't gaslight you and others. No. Bullshit. Okay, they're trying to gaslight you and everybody else. What they did was wrong, and they know it. There we go. Intermittent reinforcement and love bombing. They burnt their bridges with you and others. Okay. Something was a mystery or mysterious to others. Why you weren't going down. Why you weren't. The spell wasn't working, or these spells that they gave off, that they did. It's because you're protected. It is what it is. Why you still move forward? Maybe not, quickly, but you're still moving forward. Yeah, something to do with their spiritual hygiene. They got to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of disrespect, a lot of pain. They're being humbled. They're feeling broken right now. They tried to break you. This is a show off. Wow. Yeah, they went around wanting to humble you for some reason. Meanwhile, you are humble. You're not out there showing off. They are. Make it make sense. I don't get these types of people. Yeah, trying to intimidate you or others, or they're feeling intimidated. Listen, go buy a thesaurus, buy a dictionary. I know you can do this online, but obviously, if you own a couple of books, you might feel smarter. I don't know, but look up these words. Okay, you're very polite. Thank you. Something to do with abuse. They were abusing you. This is a love rat. They wanted new beginnings off of you. These people are demonic, or this person's demonic. There's evidence and proof. They could have claimed you were demonic. Give me a break. Something to do with a contract. Your reputation, their reputation. You're their spiritual bait. Here, they're left hanging. They got baited. They're hostile and confrontational. They're trying to bait you to make you hostile and confrontational. Now they want your help. Give me a break. These people are angry. Somebody's examining a situation here. Somebody's trying to control it. Something to do with love. Love. They're sending you love spells. Lust spells or come to me spells. You have a lot of love. This is self-love, new love, true love. You're very loved, very favored, I hear. Congratulations. Something to do with phone and computer. And somebody's on the down low and they were using magic or maybe trying to change you. This could be somebody of the same sex that has a crush on you and they're trying to change your preferences. I don't think so. Definitely doing magic though. We got that in the last read. Archangel Michael, I mean, he's a protector, yes, but he watches over divine beings, blah, blah, blah. And you call on him whenever you need help. Whether you're a divine being or not, I don't know. Is he always going to show up? I don't know. But you can guarantee he shows up when you call. But especially if somebody's doing magic, baneful magic, okay? Bending wills. When you call on him, oh yeah, he's going to protect you. Gold diggers and cloud chasers. There we go. Somebody exaggerated something and presumed something, and to get something released into their care, or somebody's getting released here. They're in their south node. Give me a break, and they wanted your life purpose. This is somebody that's very lazy. Wouldn't fucking do the work. Can't even wipe their ass. Wow. Really, Spirit? They're angry. This is somebody that's lazy, won't put the work in, but yet they want the credit for everything. That's a cover-up. They're busy trying to cover up. Yeah, something to do with your mail, email, or if they rerouted your mail, place it where it belongs, and intercepted your mail. Surprise and epiphany. Somebody's going to be facing homelessness here, and they wanted you. This is the know-it-all. So somebody is facing homelessness. I got this in the last read. They don't want anybody knowing that their money's dried up. They're losing their home, their car, whatever, okay? They don't want anybody to know this because then everybody will know they're getting the backfires. They're getting karma for what they've done. You, on the other hand, you're moving forward. You keep moving forward, no matter if it's slow, at a slow pace or not. At least you're not stagnating, you're not moving back, right? Your family's behind it, or their family. I was picking that up in the last reason. Them and their fucking flying monkeys. It was all about life insurance. This is done by divine design, okay? Oh, yeah. The divine's all over it. People don't care. Confirmation bias. Somebody's guilty. They wanted to make you look guilty. But the angels are going, no, 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 no. Okay? They said that you provoked them or they're feeling provoked. I don't know. They're trying to provoke you. It's all been lies. A pack of lies. A lot of bullshit. Somebody's going through dope sick or withdrawals, okay? It's a big reversal. Your siblings or somebody else's siblings are involved. There's confessions coming through. Someone's going to be arrested. Player energy. How you doing? You're a chosen one. And they're going towards poverty, lack, and loss. Trying to sabotage you, sabotage themselves. There's been false accusations, allegations. Somebody was committed to doing this, discriminating against you, and they're damned now. Condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell because they are so thirsty and felt entitled. And sadistic supply, meaning that everybody they worked with, they're taking on some karma, backfires, they're losing as well, and they don't give a shit. They get moist in the panties just thinking about everybody's pain. Oh, everybody's hurting because of me? Oh, yeah, I love it. No. So, yeah, this whole group is figuring out this person don't give a damn about them. They're all going without. Maybe a few people are losing their finances. I don't know. Losing their health, their family, their relationships. Ooh, somebody's playing the blame game as well. That don't look good. Look in the mirror sometimes. Okay, sometimes that's all you need to do is look in the mirror. So obstacles and challenges, 5 in reverse. Boundaries, guidance, innocent, and gaslight. So the whole group is finding out that they got gaslit, that you're innocent. You didn't do anything to merit any of this bullshit. Or they're going around saying they're innocent. Help me, give me some money. Money. That's all they think about. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? So somebody has a poverty curse upon them now. Wow. And that's why they can't hold on to money. It goes in one hand out the other. I'm telling you, I still see it all over YouTube. People begging. And I hear it's more prevalent on TikTok, but I don't go on there that very often. But Somebody's constantly begging for money every day, day in and day out. They have a poverty curse or something. They've done something they shouldn't have done. Okay? They put themselves in that situation. They need to learn some lessons. They need to do it the right way instead of just bumming money. This is a bum. Okay? Taking money from others. Good people, hardworking people. You're taking on their karma. They're trying to switch their karma for yours. Do you understand what I'm saying? You go and help them. I'm not saying don't help people. I give and I donate as much as I can. I help people. But if it's somebody that's constantly begging for money each and every day and nothing's changed in their world, they're not trying to get better. There's always an excuse as to why they have no money, but they're making money. They should be making money. There's something wrong there. They either have addictions or they're mismanaging their money. They're in no position if they're passing themselves off as a teacher, a healer, a spiritualist. They have no rights. They have no business teaching other people if they can't fucking get their shit straight. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you're taking on their karma because you're preventing them from learning their lessons. Okay? Let them learn their lessons. Afterwards, if you want to help them, go ahead. But let them learn their lessons. Let them do it on their own. They're going to have to face themselves one day or another. One day, right? If you keep helping them and you wonder you're a good person, okay? I'm just saying, if you're a good person, you've never harmed anybody, but everything, all these bad things keep happening to you. You know, you often see that I'm a good person. Why bad things are happening to me? Because you're giving too much. You're not allowing certain people in your world, in your orbit, to take on their lessons. You're not a bad person. You just have to open your eyes and say, okay, I got to step this one out. I got to step out of this one. I can't interfere, okay, with karma. Go ahead and help. You know, once in a blue moon, you go and help somebody, but constantly every day, always listening to bullshit stories. Yeah, this is exposed public humiliation. Somebody's on the down low, definitely. Truth and clarity. I didn't even cut the card, Spirit. Truth and clarity. You're speaking the truth all along. You are a healer for sure. This is source. Okay, truth and clarity. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. They're exposed. This is illumination. This is the truth, the God's honest truth. Somebody needs to fucking heal. Your wish fulfillment. Okay, somebody was very gluttonous. They committed some sort of crime and abuse against you and others to get their way. They were reckless endangerment of others. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit. Okay? Somebody that loses their shit like that. They wanted it all for themselves. Right? Want to give off that impression. They're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. They want it all for themselves. They're on their own. This could be giving off the impression they're a good business owner, an entrepreneur. Yeah. But they hurt people to get there, right? Ten of Swords. So they did too much, right? A home, stability to a business, right? Trying to attract a higher level soulmate to themselves. They're going towards lack and loss and poverty right now because you're still stable. They try to hurt you. They try to hurt others. Yeah, this is really on the outside. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. They are not loving, kind, nurturing, or sweet. They're very greedy, needy, and greedy. They emotionally manipulate people to get what they want. They make you feel guilty for saying no. Like getting back to this, you know, panhandler online every day asking for money, and you say no, they get angry. Instead of being humble. If you notice it, I've seen this with a couple of people. Okay, if you don't give them any money and they're panhandling every day, they actually get angry at you for not giving them money. They feel so entitled. It's not even funny. Those are the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people that honestly need the help. I'm not talking about that at all. If I have the money, I will help them too. I've given a lot of money away throughout the years, even to different readers and stuff like that. I'm happy to. But this is somebody that will get angry at you for saying no. They use emotions to get their way. They don't feel them, but they use them. Okay, this is somebody that's very superficial, very selfish, very shallow. They don't care who they hurt. They have secret addictions. It's parting ways. They're grieving and regretting now. They're looking at all the things they lost, because this was a crime. This was an unbalanced, unfair. Yep. People are seeing, they're distancing themselves from this person. They're seeing through the illusions here. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. Okay. We can't hang these false narratives on you. There you go. You have addiction. You have addictions. They have addictions. Something about a payment. Somebody got paid to do something against you, or this group got a little bit of something here. Yeah, they got paid to lie about you. That's what it is. They're trying to slow you down. People are mad at this person for getting them involved in this bullshit because this is self-sabotage. This is born out of jealousy. They're very abusive. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel. And now people are mad at them. This is news they don't want to hear because you're very resilient, resourceful. This is your rite of passage, your birthright. You have a lot of integrity. You're very committed to what you do. You made it to the end. Out of the 4 knights in the deck, the Knight of Pentacles is the only one that makes it to the end. I'm not saying the other knights are not kind and good, but it's not, they don't last. You know what I mean? It's not long lasting. This one makes it to the end. They're very careful. They're heartbroken. People working with this person is breaking their hearts. Yeah, because it was a scam. They got scammed. They were doing spell work. Wearing a mask, very insincere. They're not being supported anymore. Or they lie and they carry on with this, who's going to help me? I'm heartbroken. Oh my God, I'm facing trouble. If you don't pay my way. It's a group or cult coven or a family going down. No longer getting money. There's a lot of illusions here. Temptation, bribery, blackmail, trying to blackmail other people. Lots of illusions here, hopeful, wishful thinking. They could have been having casual hookups with a lot of people, or claimed you did. There's a lot of lies, illusions, deception. They were dancing naked underneath the stars in some forest, doing some spell work. They're in their emotions here. They don't know what to do. They're looking at their options right now. It's just hopeful, wishful thinking that somebody's going to give them a little bit of money here. Keep them going, but they can't keep going. Because the minute they get money, they're out the door. It's out of their hands. They can't save money. They're very immature and careless with money. It's a lot of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation, right? Wearing masks here. Somebody got caught. They have to come clean. 7 of Swords. They're not getting away with this. This is all about money. Spiritual. This is something that's tangible. The Ace of Pentacles is not spiritual inheritance. It's tangible, something you can touch, right? It's also health, but this is your blessing. It's not theirs. And these are opportunists. That's why they kept doing something over and over and over again. And they didn't want to stop or learn a lesson. This is a backfire. Universal backfires here. This is unfinished business. They might be needing to pay their internet bill and they can't. Something's crawling up their ass. Yeah, this is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Somebody has no authority. They abused it. They had an image to uphold. Somebody's a tyrant and a bully. Male or female is very distorted in their ego, in their pride, very arrogant and conceited. They have an image to uphold and they bend to public pressure. This is somebody with no authority, no power whatsoever. Yeah, any third-party situation, collaboration, or a false contract. They're not getting along with others, okay? They're not very cooperative, not very giving. They can't find any help anywhere. It's caught up with them, whatever this is. They're not a master. If they claim they're a master, it's not their work, not their ideas, not their intellectual property, not their creations, and not their credit, okay? You foresaw this 3-3 if this resonates, okay? They were plotting and planning against you. You're a visionary. You foresaw this. You're still moving forward. Congratulations. Your people are turning their backs on them. Somebody at a distance. Yeah. They're plotting and planning with your family or somebody else's family or a group or some sort of community. It's a 10. This is a completion, though. You're very happy. You're moving forward. Yeah. They wanted to make you look unstable. Somebody's sick, unstable. This was unfair, unbalanced. They can't balance this out. They can't transmute and alchemize. Yeah, this is it. Okay, somebody, your family said you were crazy and you had addictions to make you look crazy, to destabilize you. This is somebody that was very vindictive, vile, spiteful, and hateful, bitter, a liar, jealous, very jealous, male or female, place it where it belongs. Very underhanded, thinking they're smart, but they're not. Okay, like these are swords. They think they're very intellectual. They could be very intelligent in one way, reading books. You know, a lot of people read books, but what's important is emotional intelligence. They don't have that. Okay, the truth and clarity. That's the truth. You know the truth, and they're bitter. They're bitter because you're speaking the truth. The truth and clarity is ringing through. Okay, they're trying to cut you out of something. They're trying to play with your crown chakra. This is clarity. This is a breakthrough for you. You took a different approach, and you could have went ice cold on these people. There will be no reconciling if you know them. Everybody's figuring out this is a fucking liar. This is a breakthrough for you. Communication's coming through. They want to communicate. They're jealous of you. Yeah, this is a karmic situation. false contract, all one-sided, bad decisions. They're getting the consequences. Okay, they didn't want to use their higher wisdom. This is not harmony at all. They're going to claim this was done against their will. I don't think so. This is lessons. They're learning lessons. Somebody's shitting bricks here. Male or female? See, that water is really choppy here. Okay, they're still trying to act like they're happy-go-lucky, but they're not. They know where they're going. Okay, see, it's the water is calm behind in the background, and where I'm really picking up wherever this person goes, there's calamity. That's your first clue as to what this person's all about, male or female. Yeah, they were doing magic. That's why illusions, deception, manipulation. They're very deceitful. Yeah, the worst that's happened. This is a nightmare. They're trying to reconcile and rationalize what they've done and justify what they've done. They can't. You're not worried. Okay, you have no burdens. They sent you all this bull crap and you have no burdens. So somebody's lying. People are figuring out you're not. None of the spell work's working on you because they probably say, "Oh, this person's in their south node. Yeah, these spells will work, no problem. They're nobody special. Let's just keep stealing from them." It's bad news. They threw rocks and hit hands, and they felt entitled. They're being investigated. People are finding out exactly what this person's all about. Yeah, somebody's doing some self-reflection right now. There's an investigation. There's been bullshit, lies. Lots of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation. They don't have all the resources they need. Corruption, you're innocent. Yeah, somebody's your family, somebody in your family, somebody in your past. You're getting your flowers. Yeah. You healed your inner childhood wounds. So if they're trying to play you using your triggers, your inner childhood wounds to trigger you and play you, they barked up the wrong tree. Somebody was doing black magic. They were talking mad shit. This was unwise counsel. Could have been very promiscuous or claimed you were. Somebody's trying to find something. They're dirt digging. Something to do with your past or something. The secrets are now coming out. Yeah, somebody's a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. At the very least, they're a pathological liar, male or female. This is not good, these two together. Okay. They use and abuse. They're cold, calculating, and cruel, and they're very abusive. Okay, self-serving. They had no authority to speak for you or take any action for you or anybody else. Self-serving. Yeah, they're blocked. They tried to attack you. They wanted you to fight. I don't know. You stood your ground, or you are standing your ground. This is somebody standing up for you, or you're standing up for you, or you're very defended. They lied. They're trying to block you. Trying to, I don't know. Yeah, you're at peace. Somebody's in denial. They're denying. I didn't have anything to do with it. They're acting like they don't know what's going on. They're acting like they're the victim. Give me a break. You're at peace. Yeah, you're not worried. You're unburdened. Congratulations. They don't see what's coming towards them. They wanted to mentally conflate you. They wanted you to be denied. Yeah, there's no denial here, okay? No stalemates. They wanted you to stop. Look, the water's roiling behind this person. They're acting like that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my money's drying out. It was because they were attacking you. And they were trying to steal from you. They were doing things against you. Ending a cycle. There we go. You're still moving forward. This could be people at a distance, or somebody's transitioning. Or a spirit plucked you out of rough waters and brought you to calm waters. Somebody's tagging somebody or following somebody. Place it where it belongs. Yeah, you're strong. You have courage. Very courageous. And a lot of strength behind you. Somebody's trying to shut you down or shut you up. They wanted to dominate you. Somebody's in their ego wanting power and control. Yeah, I show you. But you soothe the beast within. This is somebody, they know they were doing divination abuse. They know that they were bearing false witness against you. They're in heavy-duty debt. They don't want you to talk about it. They didn't want to take a practical approach. They didn't want to learn their lessons. They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. Took a huge gamble and lost. They're very immature, lost a child even. Yeah, they took advantage of you and others. They're very ungrateful and disrespectful. Yeah, lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. There's no second chances, okay? This is karma. They were determined to have people see you in a different light, in a bad light. Maybe trying to switch their energy with yours. Bad decision. Bad decision right there. They kept doing it over and over and over again. They can't unalive you. There's a permanent, profound ending. They're not willing to change, okay? It's getting old. They're a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Very greedy, materialistic, lazy, codependent, clingy, unfaithful, and very jealous, male or female. It is what it is. And they were doing spell work. They could have lost a child, or they're childish and immature, or they're not sorry for what they've done. Okay, they're having an emotional outburst right now. This is something that drains people. This is not coming from a place of love, okay? There will be no peace for this person. No reconciling either. This is something that drains others. No love, no compassion, no mercy, no grace, no happiness, no new beginnings. There's no self-love here. Yeah, they wanted to sacrifice you. Now they're stuck and struggling. Yeah, they're coming after your inheritance, or your family is, or they want a long-term stability. Losing their car. They're going to have to pay up here. There's a lot of money. Your ancestors are all over it. They can't move any further. They're trying to stop you. They lack direction, structure, and discipline now. They don't want to take accountability. It's out of control. This is ruin. They wanted to ruin you. They were celebrating this. Yeah. On a platform, a marriage, a commitment, spiritual high. Somebody wants to reconcile with you because you're spiritually high ranking. Yeah, you're very successful. Somebody's working on a platform. There's a bunch of people talking now. They did something too quickly. Reckless, careless, foolish. They took unnecessary risks. Okay, they thought you were naive and gullible. They're going to have to let this go. They can't restrict you any longer. Somebody's taking some sort of action. Somebody didn't give a shit here. You removed all obstacles. They can't hold you back. They can't make you stuck. Because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. They're going to have to release something or let you go. Or, yeah, they're going to have to give up. They're angry and they're scared, okay? They wanted you low vibing. They wanted your guard to go down. They wanted to attach some sort of entity, energy, and or false narrative to you. They got some monies released to them. They're going to have to let it go. They didn't want anybody investing in you. This was a poor investment. Could be misappropriation of funds as well. They spent a lot of money. Now they have to relocate. You get what you give with this, right? End of the road. Can't go any further. They're scared. This is a scandal. They could be sick. Yep, this is a lot of mind games and power plays and gaslighting. You took the high road and walked away with your head held high. You didn't engage. You let it go. They can't handle. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another in this group, okay? They can't handle the consequences. They don't want to. Something's happening quickly. Fast communication, action, and or travel. See, all the animals are running out of this forest here. When you see animals running like that, you better fucking start running. It means there's nothing good is coming out behind them, okay? They're all scurrying now because they're trying to outrun this karma. Yeah, they all got paid, or they got profited out of this, out of you somehow. You're still balanced. This is good news for you. They're going to have to balance something out, pay you back. Somebody wanted paybacks or something like that. A lot of people got something out of this deal. And now they're running, they're scurrying, because somebody was willing to do whatever it takes to win. But they're all taking on losses now. This was temporary gain. This was ill-gotten, dishonorable gain, and now it's gone. It's Five of Swords is the defeat at the end of the day. Because it was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty, and everybody got abused. And they partnered up with other people. It was a get-rich-quick scheme. Yeah. They had some sort of image to uphold. Male or female, they're jealous, lazy, get-rich-quick schemes, money-motivated. What's in it for them? A bully, a tyrant. Bad with money. They're hurting for money. They go where the money is, right? Whoever can give them the most. They're jealous, they're lazy, codependent, clingy. Yeah, now they're broke. They're always broke. This person's always broke. Or these people will be. They can't play games anymore. They wanted, yeah. Somebody's trying to still, leave it, leave it. They said leave it, and I shall. Okay. So they're broke. Okay. They barked up the wrong tree and did themselves a disservice here by coming after you. They should have known better. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew enough to hide it, right? Obstacles and challenges. It's a warlock, some sort of losing a platform, crime, corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority, bad counsel. This is breaking a contract, divorce or separation. They have no faith, whatever this is. Or a warlock, like I said. They took advantage of you and others. Somebody's very ungrateful and disrespectful. You know your value and your worth. They still think they have an option. They still think they have another go at it. I don't know what this is. You're guiding, or trying to give off the impression they're guiding other people, faith, healing, and intuition and dreams, because they want the spotlight. So they took advantage of you and to others because they want the spotlight as a guide, as a healer, as a, I don't know, a guru. This is happening today. People are putting up boundaries against this person because they figured it out, okay? Somebody wanted the limelight, an audience. They're very self-absorbed. They can't be on their own. These are people, listen, if somebody can't be on their own and they're constantly needing attention from other people, what's that say? They're not a healer, okay? They're not where they're supposed to be. They need more healing to do. You shouldn't be afraid to be on your own. Do you understand? Somebody's gaslighting others, acting like they're innocent, or you are innocent. People are figuring it out. This is a love bomber, okay? They love bomb you until they get what they want, and then they're gone. And people know what this person was doing or this group was doing was wrong. Okay, the angels are protecting you. Archangel Michael's right here, okay? I'm telling why I pull them out lately is because it's reassuring to some of you, okay? I know a lot of people, they need to see things. And that's why the cards, that's why we do the cards. We show you the cards. Otherwise, you could just sit here and start telling you what they're picking up. Like myself, I could do that sometimes. Other times the cards do help, but it's also helpful to see the cards. I know that it's going along with what I'm saying, right? It's a reassuring thing. Where are we going with this, please? Thank you. Oh boy, court of law. Court of law, justice, conflict, decision, legal proceedings. The truth is coming out. This is a big fight here. It's Archangel Michael's sword. Okay, unknown, fair, uncertainty, and chaos. Rich Lord, you ain't so rich. 13, they wanted to unalive you to be a rich lord. Give me a break. Or you are a rich lord and you're the Phoenix Rising. 13, this has changed. They've been stopped. Idealism, ambitions. There we go. Business and favorable luck. You could be this female, or this is this wannabe with their side piece, okay? Or this is them. This could be you as well. So this is female too. You could be a high priest or high priestess. Female, main significator for women, and or it's a lover. So it could be a couple. I picked that up. It's a couple doing this. They have wanting wealth. They're coming after wealth. 11. This is justice, though. Abundance, money, gain, and generosity. So they're playing everybody that they come across with their generosity. Pay me, pay me, pay me. I don't think so. Go sit down and heal first. Okay, pay your karma. Pay your dues. Whoever you are. Like everybody, we have to pay our karma and our dues. You have to do the work and elevate. Yeah, no more pursuit. There we go. They can't pursue this any longer. Yeah, online. There we go. You're ready. Other people are getting ready. The angels are all over it, by the way. This is not a sweetheart. This is coming back to kick them in the ass. 21 in reverse. Broken promises. They can't keep their promises. Nothing is okay in their world because they're getting karma. You're the originator. People are now doubting that they're the originator of whatever work you do. You are the one that plants these seeds. You nurtured them. You watered them. Okay? 22. You're on path. You're not afraid. You have no fear. They can't scare you with their witchcraft. Witchcraft is not even touching you. Okay? It's coming back on them. Yeah, they're doing witchcraft to steal from you. To make money. They thought this was great luck. They were daydreaming here. Might have something to do with the twin flame journey or not. I don't know. Yeah, this is you. Spiritual, protected aura, divine intervention, guardian angel, and shielding. Your angels are stopping them. Congratulations. Break, pause, stagnation. You're getting your justice. These masks are coming off, okay? Deception, pretending, inconsistency. You're very calm. You're very zen. Congratulations. They're pretending they're a healer of some sort. Inner peace, simplicity, meditation. They don't want anybody to know what they've been up to. That they've lost. That they're losing everything. Yeah, this is a online community. Introvert, privacy, separate, online community. They try to get into your private affairs. It is what it is. It's an online community coming after you, and they're all getting hit hard now. No, that's too many. You didn't take any revenge. You don't need to because vengeance is his, right? They want you to lower your standards. You're not about to. They were doing stuff on schedule. Attacking you, blocking you, shadow banning you. Yeah. They were doing stuff on schedule. Management. That was their plan and organized. Yeah. They thought you were blind to it or other people were blind to it. They're trying to blind you. Maybe they lost their spiritual Sight, I don't know. Place it where it belongs. They're trying to blind you and others about this. Awkward, unknown, and vision problems. This could be somebody with, that's weird, because the read before this, somebody had a red eye. So somebody might have some problems with their eye. Yep, there's evidence of some sort here. 55, that's change. Detection, investigation, and proof. You have the proof. Somebody was doing stuff online here. Sneaky, fake profile, hiding from you behind the scenes, social media. Soulmates. This is This is not your soulmate. Okay, this was their strategy. Planning, prediction, mind reading. The other strategy to make it look like they care about you and everybody else. They want your help. They're hitting upon people that are kind. Give me help. Give me help. They gamble their money away. They're bad with money. They can't unalive you. They don't want to stop doing what they're doing. It's getting old. It's a permanent, profound ending. So they need everybody's help now. This is puppet master here, okay? Dictatorship, domination, reluctance. They have no pride. They have nothing to be proud of here. There's no self-esteem, no self-worth, okay? They can't gain off you anymore. Nothing but loss. They have some sort of, pardon me, money curse on them or prosperity curse upon them. Yeah, they can't trigger you. You've healed. No, there's going to be an apology. Somebody caused an accident with their bullshit. They can't bully you. Maybe it's all backing up onto them. It's causing accidents. They know they bullied you. They know they cursed you. Hate, catastrophe, misfortune. It's all coming back onto them. They can't attach anything to you. I knew I was picking that up. You're not demonic. They are. This is not a coach. They shouldn't be directing people and telling them what to do in life, okay? It's not a teacher, not a healer. It's a bullshitter. There we go. And people will remember exactly. People, yeah, this alliance is falling apart. So people are putting two and two together. They're not amused. People are not amused. This bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. Sit down and heal. Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. I don't think so. So, egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Carriage. A journey either physical or mental, and skills. You're getting your justice. Congratulations. Keep your life in balance. I love that for you. An opportunity or a windfall. So somebody was dangling a carrot to these people in this group. Oh, we're going to make tons of money, blah, blah, blah. This is a handshake, right? A meeting with a stranger could be important. So they were promising, yeah, now they're yoked to this. Bull crap. Look at this. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. That's exactly what you did. They tried to yoke you, feeling tied down or frustrated. It's not going to happen. Somebody has some sort of crush on you. I'm picking up same smacks. Doesn't have to be. Fly. A period of ill health and depression. So they're going through it. Remember, flies come around where there's shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to say anything else. It is what it is. Congratulations. I love you. Hopefully you like this read. I'm going to do maybe one more, a couple more. We'll see which way it goes. I love you, and until next time, take care.